everybody feeling tonight? It is so good to be here together as one conservative family. It feels so good. I am Sandra Cobena, a proud conservative member of Parliament for Newmarket, Aurora.
Bonsoir. I am Gaëtan Mallette, the Conservative Member of Parliament, et je suis Gaëtan Mallette, député conservateur de la circonscription de Kapuskasing, Timmins et Mushkegowuk.
We are two new Conservative members of Parliament from distinct ridings. But both ridings represented key flips from the Liberals and the NDP to the Conservatives.
My riding is made from two ridings, both of which were held by the New Democrats. Mon comté est issu de la fusion de deux circonscriptions, toutes deux détenues par le NPD. This was traditional NDP territory, with much of either riding not being won by Conservatives in decades, with some not ever. It's fair to say that this is a blue-collar riding full of people who work hard and believe in Canada and everything that this country has to offer. But they recognize that now the Conservative Party under Pierre Poilievre is the only party that represents that hope for the future of Canada. Pierre spoke to them directly. He spoke to their beliefs in hard work and in the amazing project that is this country. And they believe in him. Let me tell you a quick story. The Member of Parliament I was running to unseat was Charlie Angus of the NDP. He held an event in Kirkland Lake one evening which brought just 18 people out. The next day, we held a meet and greet with Pierre that blew the doors off the town. We were hoping for 250 people to show up. Well, we got more than 500.
Okay, hold on. That was more than 500 people in Northern Ontario. That deserves a louder applause.
Thank you, Sandra. It was so big that Angus tweeted it must have been AI. But let me tell you, it wasn't AI. An old-timer from the riding who has seen a thing or two around Kirkland Lake came up to me and told me that, and I quote, "The last time we had an event like this was with Diefenbaker." Diefenbaker. That's 65 years ago for a lot of young people here. That's more than half a century. Now, that's the excitement that Pierre has created in ridings like mine. He's spoken directly to the hearts and souls of hardworking Canadians across this country who believe, and they are still standing strong with him. Il s'est adressé directement au cœur et à l'âme des Canadiens et Canadiennes qui travaillent fort partout au pays et qui croient en lui et continuent de le soutenir avec conviction.
You know, I never thought that there would be a place for someone like me in politics. I am an immigrant who came to Canada with nothing. And I mean nothing. We just had the clothes in our bags. I am a mother of 3. a finance professional on Bay Street. But after a decade of failed Liberal policies, I came at a crossroads. I saw the challenges that our country was facing. And I saw Pierre Poilievre, a leader who understood the hardworking Canadians who felt unseen and left behind by elitist politicians. A leader who loves the ordinary Canadians he so proudly calls extraordinary. I heard about he travels this country night after night and still stays until the last handshake, the last conversation. And I came to know him as someone who carries the weight of those conversations and turns them into his mission to restore the promise of Canada. And so I started to ask myself a question. Could I leave the finance world and fight for a better country for my kids, for our kids? And so I did. Just like more than 8 million Canadians, I joined Pierre's mission to restore the promise of Canada in my own way. In a tough Liberal-held riding, and it was a tough Liberal-held riding, our team knocked on over 100,000 doors. We visited every single home. We visited every single home, not once, not twice, 3 times. I saw his leadership up close. Pierre came to Newmarket, Aurora, and we toured businesses around the GTA. And let me tell you, when Pierre shows up, he doesn't just take a few photos and disappears. He knocks. He listens. He stays. With Pierre, the work doesn't stop when the cameras turn off. He met voters who understood that he represents hope and true belief in our country. They are united behind Pierre, much as we are in the Conservative Party of Canada tonight. And you know what happened next in my riding? Conservatives won Newmarket, Aurora.
We're lucky to have such a courageous young woman, Sandra. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tonight, we have the great honor of introducing Pierre Poilievre, the leader of His Majesty's Loyal Opposition and the Conservative Party of Canada. As a member of Parliament and former minister, he helped the previous Conservative government cut taxes, balance budgets, deliver affordable homes, and crack down on crime and corruption. Ce soir, nous avons le grand honneur de vous présenter Pierre Poilievre, chef de la loyale opposition de Sa Majesté et du Parti conservateur du Canada.
Pierre has spent his career fighting for Canadians, fighting against massive money printing deficits that led to inflation and the affordability crisis, fighting for tougher laws to tackle crime, fighting to help those struggling with addiction, fighting to unlock Canadian resources. But the reality is, he has only begun. So, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your eyes to the screens.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez porter votre attention vers les écrans.
This moment isn't about politics. It's about the people who build this country. The ones who get up early, work hard, and are still overlooked. For too long, Canadians have been told to wait, to settle, to believe nothing can change. But real change doesn't start in Ottawa or fancy boardrooms. It starts by listening on the street, in the stores, in the quiet conversations that never make the news. En regardant chaque personne droit dans les yeux et en partageant ses rêves, le changement est possible grâce aux gens qui refusent d'abandonner. We fight for Canadians who have fallen and fought their way back. People written off and left behind, not with excuses, not with empty promises, but with the hope that everyone deserves a chance at the Canadian dream. Our party fights for a generation that did everything right and still feels ignored. Des jeunes Canadiens qui ont étudié, travaillé fort, économisé et respecté toutes les règles, mais qui se demandent s'ils vont un jour être capables de s'acheter une maison pour fonder une famille. They're not asking for shortcuts, just a fair shot at the life they were promised. We fight for families working longer hours, stretching every dollar to put food on the table. We fight for those who served Canada with honor, the men and women in uniform who stood up for this country and now ask their country to stand up for them. On se bat pour l'avenir de nos enfants et de nos petits-enfants, pour qu'ils puissent grandir ici, fonder leur propre famille et vivre dans la liberté, la sécurité et l'espoir, pour qu'ils puissent croire à notre pays. This is why we take principled stands, even when it's hard, even when it's unpopular. We fight even though it is a sacrifice for our family, even when we miss our kids, even when we are on the road. But our love for them keeps us going, never giving up, because the future of our children and yours is worth every sacrifice. Parce que quand on se bat pour des gens qui ont le cœur à la bonne place, on ne recule jamais, on n'abandonne jamais, même quand c'est difficile. That's how we defend our values. That's how we change this country. That's how we fight and win for every Canadian. With your help, we're going to win the next election. We're going to restore Canada's promise and bring hope to all of our people. Together, we will build a country that works for every Canadian.